Hey guys, back here with another video. So not that many people know that I met The Weeknd. I haven't ever really talked about it before, which is why I wanted to explain it, how exactly I met him, and it's a really interesting story. So just to add some context, I'm a huge fan of him, and even though he has like millions of followers on Spotify, and I think he's number one right now on the artist list. He's the number one artist in the world right now on Spotify. Um, I'm in the top 1% of listeners on Spotify. I think I'll put a screenshot here. And when I got that screenshot, I was like, wow. Because obviously, he has millions of listeners, so me being in the top 1% is like a huge thing. So my family and I were in Japan in December of 2018. And I remember this so clearly. We were at the top of Mount Fuji, and then I got a post notification from The Weeknd's IG account. And the post showed how he was doing a meet and greet with fans at the Bathing Ape Harajuku store in Tokyo, and that's where we were, obviously. So I thought I was the luckiest EXO fan in the world, because I had no idea I would have the ability to meet The Weeknd in person. Even the chance of meeting him while I was overseas is just crazy. So obviously my brother and I are huge fans, so we had to at least try to meet him. So I knew, and my brother knew as well, that he would be touring in Tokyo while we were overseas in Tokyo, but we did not know we would be able to meet him. So this is actually crazy, and it's just how lucky we were is just crazy as well. Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity and purely luck. A lot of people showed up for the meet and greet, and I'll show you a picture of the line. We had to wait in this line for about 5 or 6 hours, I'm pretty sure, maybe 4 hours, but it was a very, very long wait. But obviously I didn't really mind, since we actually got to meet Abel, and it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. So for the raffle, me and my brother had to pick a paper out of a container, and there was a lot of people there, so I got number 60 and he got something similar. So we both won, but if we got like 600 or something like that, we would have lost, because that means that we were 600th in the queue to meet him. So now there was another requirement. We had to buy a clothing item, a Bape clothing item, and a CD. So by the time we got in there, the t-shirts were sold out, unfortunately, and t-shirts were obviously less than the hoodie. So we had to buy the hoodie and the CD to meet him. So it was around 200 Australian dollars in total, which is fine, because that's $200 to meet my favourite artist of all time. I'll pay it again. So there was only a limited number of clothing and CDs, so I estimate around like 80, maybe 100 people saw him in total. 80 at the most, 80 at the least, I mean. So there was a lot of people there, and we were chosen out of like 80 people. That's crazy to me, because we were in Japan for 2 weeks, and I got to meet my favourite artist of all time. I cannot believe it still, because it's one of my favourite experiences of all time, my favourite travel experience as well. I got to talk to him as well. You guys don't understand how much this meant to me. I just felt so lucky. Even today I feel so lucky still. So now I'll show you the hoodie and the CD. So this is the hoodie. It says Bathing Ape on the top, then it has The Weeknd's EXO in the middle, and then it says Till We Overdose, so EXO Till We OD. And here's the signature. Unfortunately, it is a bit faded, because it's clothing, so I can't really do much about it, but still looks pretty good. So he actually changed his signature now for after hours, because everyone that bought a CD, he signed it himself, so it was hand signed. So he changed his signature so it would be easier to sign up for everyone. So this, I'm pretty sure the value of this would increase even more now, because this signature is so rare. I'm not much of a collector, but yeah. And that's the back. So it has the Bathing Ape logo. And it has nice details like every city he toured. So Taipei, Hong Kong, etc. Really cool hoodie, man. I really love it. And it says Asia as well. I really like the orange and the black. And it says Asia on the hood as well. And I have the tag. I don't know why I kept it, but I don't know. I want to frame it one day, but we'll see what happens. Just a really cool hoodie, and it's really hard not to wear. I've only worn it like 3 or 4 times because I don't want to ruin the signature. I'll show you the CD now. So this is the CD. Hopefully the camera picks it up. Yeah. So it has a really cool Asia tour art on the front and then on the back. So all the songs on the CD. So that has Trilogy, Kissland, Beauty Behind the Madness, Might Not, Starboy, and My Deep Melancholy. So on the inside has his signature, and this is much better than the hoodie one obviously because it's more preserved since it's in the cover. And yeah, that's the signature right there. Really cool signature, really cool experience. I'll cherish for the rest of my life, honestly. So inside we have this really cool like little booklet, and it has all the names in Japanese letters, so it really gives me Kissland vibes. Like, look at that, it's so cool. And I think it has the lyrics as well. But it's all in Japanese, so I can't understand it. There's one of the pages. I'm not sure what it says, but it looks cool. Oh yeah, it has the lyrics here. So Wicked Games. The lyrics. It has lyrics in Japanese as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's the same for all the other pages. And yeah, that's the back of the booklet. So now for the really interesting part. What did we actually talk about? So I talked to him about his album Kissland and how it's my favourite album of his, and he shouldn't be ashamed of it just because it didn't sell as well as his other albums. So that's something I wanted to tell him, like, if I ever met him, that's what I wanted to say to him, that Kissland is a masterpiece and they shouldn't be ashamed of it. Because he never performs songs from Kissland, he sometimes denies it even exists. So that's why I want to tell him it's very good. Just because it didn't sell well, that doesn't mean that it's not good. You know? So he said thank you for that, and he appreciated it so much. He then asked me if I was going to the concert tonight in Tokyo, but I said no, even though I really wanted to go, but my family and I had other plans, unfortunately. I told him that I went to the concert in Sydney, Australia, and he said that was one of his best concerts he's ever done. And that was his first time in Australia. So I then asked him to sign the hoodie and the CD, and he actually did, which was still like really surreal to me. That I have my favourite artist right in front of me, and he's signing my hoodie and CD for me. He's honestly such a nice and down-to-earth guy, and his voice is as amazing in real life as it is in this music, which is, when I heard it, I was like, is this guy an angel? Because his voice is crazy. You can just tell he genuinely loves his fans, and he loves meeting each and every one of them. Even though he must meet like many fans daily, he just loves to meet fans. It's just really cool that he's still he still takes the time to listen to each and every fan. Like, he cares about every single fan. That's just crazy. Even though he's one of the biggest artists today, it's really cool. Like, my adrenaline was going to the roof. I literally could not believe I met him, and I was even talking to him. He even joked around and saying like he wanted my height. which was really funny. So that was just so cool. Honestly, one of the best experiences of my life. And the fact that I was in Japan for only 2 weeks, and I managed to meet my favorite artist of all time in the time span of 2 weeks, just so cool. And unforgettable experience that I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life, no doubt. Unfortunately, he did not allow pictures with him inside the Babe store. I don't know why, but that's how it is, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have taken a picture with him. But at least I have the signed hoodie and the signed CD that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. How many fans can say they've met The Weeknd, they've been able to talk to him, and they have a signed item from him? That's just crazy. I cannot believe it still. 2 years later, I still cannot believe I met him. Absolutely crazy. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I've got more videos on the way. If you're into fashion, if you're into fitness, if you're into travel, then check out my IG at bab.28 and stay blessed.